so many folks in the community, and everybody's going to look at that through their own lens and define it differently. But I think one way to measure that's somewhat universal. I'm a big believer that people vote with their feet. And if we continue to see our population grow in the city of Detroit, then that means we are building a community that people see value in, they're attracted to, and they want to be a part of it. And Detroit has stemmed its population loss, and there are a lot of projections out there now saying, when the new census comes around, we're going to see growth. I think if you live here and you're in this market every day, you get a strong sense that this is a market that's growing. And at the end of the day, as we grow, I think that's a great indicator that people see value in the community that we're building, and they're attracted to it.
I think I would view a city as sort of like a family. In other words, if you were to ask somebody, how do you know your family is successful? It's probably not something that you would necessarily put a metric on or something. I guess, without trying to be a lawyer or anything, what's the Supreme Court Justice's description of obscenity was like nailing jellyfish to the wall. He said, so one of the justices, I hope I got that quote somewhat right, but you can't really define it, but you sort of know it when you see it, and it's never there's no end to it. You hope that things are always getting better. Like I bet you if you asked somebody that from a city that's had more success in the last several, New York, Chicago, maybe not Chicago lately, but maybe in some parts, yes. How about San Francisco? They probably say the same thing. Probably say we want to be ahead of where we are. And obviously the gap here was just enormous. A lot of that's closed, but we still have big challenges ahead. And I just think as long as you're on the path and the road where people's purposes are noble and various groups are working together for great, bigger, optimistic things in the future, things are better. There's numerous residential and office projects announced that began construction as we are now, as I said earlier, 100% on the occupancy front, which was, again, I can't tell you how unfathomable that was. The term going vertical is a new term around here. I'm sort of used to it. I don't really go that vertical myself. but the term going vertical, meaning that, cranes, we're seeing cranes, all kinds of cranes out the window. I remember momentum breeds momentum here. The city and region has a diverse population with deep talent in many, many fields. When we were doing the Amazon bid thing way back in 2017, we discovered an interesting statistic. It's so simple, you think people would know this, but 50 million people live within a 5-hour car drive in Detroit. 50 million. Just to give you some perspective on that, Seattle, which is a great city and is recruited and has great talent, has 12 million people within a 5-hour car ride. And not only is there 50 million people, but there's great universities that are producing talent in the technologies and STEM and all these other things that they're going to create wealth in the future.
Our team has lived and breathed the District of Detroit to make the rapid progress we have achieved to this point. And it's been an ambitious and all-consuming effort. And yet, the exciting thing is, there is so much more to come. With our first phase of development complete or within reach, we recently announced the next wave of developments in the District of Detroit. Another $200 million in a new investment. 3 historic buildings will be restored into office space with exciting ground floor retail, as you see in these renderings. And building on the success of the retail and office developments around Little Caesars Arena, we're also adding 3 new office buildings with ground floor retail. And we envision this next phase of development to soon include exciting hotel and entertainment developments around Little Caesars Arena and Comerica Park and other prime locations.